Welcome back to the channel. Kreos here, and today we'll be doing another DragonHeir Silent Gods video. Before we get into the video, if you'd like to try out the game yourself, you can do so by downloading the game from the link down in the comments and the description. This will allow you to download the game and get your hands on a free legendary champion from the Frost faction, DragonHeir. It will also give you some free other goodies like some Starlight Stone dice to get you started in the game. In addition, if you'd like to support me as a content creator, you can do so by going into the storing game, to the treasure market and the monthly tab, then click on the support a creator button here. Enter the code KREOS, all lowercase, that's KREOS, all lowercase, and this will give you access to not only a free gift here, which you can see as Supporter Creator Pack 1, which will give you a Heliolite dice and 300 essence. It will also give you access to these two very good deal packs, the Supporter Creator Pack 2 and 3. If you're a spender in the game, you can also save some money by clicking my Buff link in the description and pinned comment below. Buff is an official partner of DragonHeir Silent Gods, and they offer in-game purchases at a discounted price. So you can see here on the screen this 7,000 Dragon Crystal pack that you can buy in-game, normally retails for $99.99. is only $73.06 from Buff, a saving of $27.39. You can also change your currency up here if you're from another region, and these prices will update. You can also buy the summoning packs that you get throughout the game, as well as the packs like the Walker's packs, the mining warrants, and the 3-year supply. So if you're a spender in the game, it's definitely worth doing to save some of your hard-earned cash. And if you do choose to use this link to support me, I would thank you very, very much, and it is very much appreciated. Now let's carry on with the rest of the video. So for today's video, we are back on the test server, which is why things might look a little odd for you. We are going to test out the new rally champion with the upcoming banner for her coming in the next couple of days. So we're going to be looking at Monelisse, who is the new rally exclusive. So initial thoughts looking at her kit is that she could be quite a good replacement for Thelindor in the current rally team. She definitely is more of a ranged character, so she could do a bit more from the back, whereas Thelindor has to get up close as a melee unit, which is why people tend to use Filto or Huberg instead of Thelindor in these things. Now, where is Rally normally good? So Rally, it being an AoE team, tends to be quite poor in Vortex, but tends to be a lot better in things like continental challenges and endgame bosses. It also works well in dungeons and occasionally in speedruns. So we're going to kind of give you a little taster of that. Unfortunately, the continental challenges aren't available on the test server at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some temporal vortex on both the regular boss and the raging boss, just so that we can give you an idea of both Thelindor and Monelisse and see who kind of comes out on top damage wise. We may even jump into one or two of the dungeons and see how they perform there as well, depending on how long the video goes. So we're going to start with Dawan's Realm. So I've put together two teams here. So we've got one obviously with Monelisse, and they'll all be the same champions that we use in both comps. And then we've got the one with Thelendor with his exclusive artifact. Obviously, at the moment, Monelisse does not have an exclusive artifact, so we've got her with the bell, which we would normally see on our Aura team. So we've got Gladys in here, we've got Rena in here, and then your two normal rally kind of creators. So we'll start with Thelendor first, so you can get an idea of the baseline of what, obviously, what a normal comp is for Thelendor, and then we'll go from there. We don't have a good familiar on here, so this is going to be a team without a familiar. So let's run through the simulation and see how we go. So you can see here we've got 226 million. As I said at the start, it's not going to be a good Vortex team. Rally is not in a great place for Vortex at the moment. But you can see Thelendor only does 27% damage. Gladys actually does more of the damage in this team. And Thelendor has a relatively good build along with his exclusive artifact. So we're going to redeploy and have a look at the Monelisse team. So as I say, the big difference with Monelisse is she is ranged rather than rather than upfront. So let's again run through that simulation. Both of these teams are fully inspired 1. None of them have been inspired yet. I will show you what they look like when they're fully inspired as well. But you can see here a massive jump in damage here for Monelisse's team. And when we look at the stats, Monelisse is doing the majority of the damage. So for a rally team, it's going to be a good engine. Probably on par, if not slightly better than Huberg, who most people run instead of Thelendor. If you've got an i5 Huberg, he's probably still going to do more damage, but she does keep up quite well. Bear in mind, she doesn't have a unique artifact yet, but most exclusives do tend to get their unique artifact the following season. So let's go and have a look at the Raging Vortex. We've just selected the AoE damage increase for this phase. So we'll go ahead and start off with the Monelisse team and see how we do. So again, pretty mediocre. But again, you can see she's doing the majority of the damage, with Gladys as your second. You can, if you don't have Gladys, because obviously a lot of people don't have 3 exclusives, you could put somebody else in her spot, like a Huberg or a Filto, and this would work kind of the same. As you're seeing, we're not lasting very long with this team, mainly because we're using only 1 support, but at least it's an even keel. Obviously, if she's going to be lasting 6 minutes, she'll do twice as much damage. So let's bear with me, and we'll just jump into a couple of dungeons, have a quick look at what they can do in those dungeons, and then we'll i5 at all of the team and kind of see what damage they come out with. Okay, guys, we are back. So we're gonna just do a quick run through the level 20 equipment dungeons. Obviously, this team is going to work for most of the equipment dungeons, probably except Ancient Battlefield, purely because obviously Ancient Battlefield needs a lot more healing, and the mechanics there are not really going to fit this team. But as I say, this team can blast through most of the level 20 dungeons pretty easily. So as you can see there, 18 seconds on Grave of Venom. Let's move on to the Grave of Curse. So as I say, these dungeons are pretty easy with this team. Obviously, to go into challenge mode, you're going to need to build a lot more specific teams to counter the increased levels of damage and things in those teams. But these can speed run most of your regular dungeons. So again, 16 seconds, pretty quick turnaround. We'll go to Grave of Rot. As I said before, bear in mind, guys, that this team does have, 3 exclusives in it. Only one of them has an exclusive artifact. The rest are just using regular artifacts that you can get from the exchange shop. But this team does really well in all of these dungeons. So again, there we go, 23 seconds. So with fine tuning and skill timings and things like that, you can probably bring these things down to a lot lower. We've not fine tuned this. We don't have a familiar in here, and we haven't put any skill timings on. I just wanted to give you an idea of what she's capable of. And she's doing the majority of the damage in here. Her and Gladys are your two damage dealers in this team. Altan is providing a witch's remains, and then Laurenthiel is keeping the team going. He's your engine. And Rena is just acting as your tank and your healing. So there you can see 18 seconds on the level 12 of Heretical Ruins. As I said, I'm not going to go into Ancient Battlefield because it's just not going to work well in there because of the specific mechanics. But yeah, this team will do well pretty much everywhere. So the last thing we're going to do for you is I will put everybody up to max inspiration, and you can see obviously what they can do. We'll go back into the bosses and show what they can do at max level inspiration. Okay, so let's go back into the regular vortex. Everybody is now I5, so let's see how they do in here. Just wait for it to complete. There we go, guys. So, wow. At I5, they can do, 1.6 billion. And as I said, this team is not really going to be great in the Vortex. Obviously, a fully inspired Dauntless team or a fully inspired Aura team is going to do probably 4 or 5 billion, if not more. I've seen some teams go up to sort of 10, 15 billion with those kind of teams. But this is pretty sturdy and to be expected, really. So let's see what he does. They do in the Raging Vortex I5. So again, look, 2.5 billion I5. Again, with Monelisse doing over half the damage. Gladys putting in a massive 37 as well. And then everybody else doing support. So it's definitely a viable team if you don't have other teams and you're, heavy on the rally. So and they're going to be good in continental challenges and in-game boss. Will I be kind of summoning for Monelisse? Probably not. But that's because my account is in season 1 and I don't have many aura characters to currently support Monelisse. obviously on my account I have a lot of aura characters, and I do have Rena I could pair with her, but I don't have the likes of Lorenthil or Altan to really boost her damage. So if I did get her, it would kind of not, turn into a great team for me. For those who are early game, again, you could summon for her if you have the dice. If you're a low spend player, though, I would highly recommend holding on to your dice for the selector banners, which will be coming following the current banner. They're what we call choice banners, where you get to choose 2 different schools of damage, and you can then summon for those schools of damage, and you will get to choose an exclusive from one of those 2 factions at 300 dice. Obviously, if you are a low spender, you're going to be limited on your dice, so I would recommend choosing wisely to either make sure you get a second good team on your account, or to solidify one of your already half-built teams. So if you're kind of focusing on a Dauntless, I would recommend going for a Guinevere, a Kurvida, or a Nazjanka. If you are, building an Aura team, then you can get copies of Telethia from here. Unfortunately, Monelisse, who is one of the characters I'm missing, is not on the banner. And I can give you an actual idea because the banners are on here. So this is the option summons. You get to choose these 2 schools. I chose these 2 just to have a quick test, because this is what I'm going to do when it's my turn. So you got Amendola and Telethia as the 2 Aura champions, and then you got the 3 exclusives for Dauntless. This will be the same for whatever you choose. If you choose Burn, you'll have the Burn exclusives. If you choose Ice Blast, you'll have the Ice Blast exclusives, and vice versa. So this is the one that I will be saving for, especially as if you get an exclusive champion, it is going to be a new exclusive champion from the current season. So I will be probably going this way exactly, because I have a good Aura team on my account that's currently doing quite well for me. So I will be looking for more copies of Telethia to kind of pad mine out. She's I2 at the moment. So any boosts to that will be great. I may pick up Amendola if I get lucky enough to get a Telethia during the normal summoning. And I do want to start building out my Dauntless team, as well as I have got a Mashta. So I'll be looking for Guinevere, I'll be looking for Nazjanka, Kurvida to go in my Dauntless team. If you're a whale, obviously, yes, summon her, collect her. She'll be a great addition to your rally team. So that's it for today, guys. Another test server video. I just want to say again, as always, a big thank you to those who have been enjoying the content, who have been liking and subscribing on the videos. Also, a big shout out to those of you that have been joining me this week on my first 2 live streams for DragonHeir. It was great to kind of see you and have a chat with you guys as I was doing my summons and my dailies. It will be something I'm going to do some more. So I will try to get a schedule put together. My normal days for releasing long form videos are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with shorts coming at other times during the week. But I will stream probably, hopefully, 2 to 3 times a week if I can. Obviously, real life permitting. So yeah, if you do like the content, please do stop by the streams. Please do subscribe to the channel and like on the channel as well, as that really does help us grow. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day and take care of yourselves.